Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype of the playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position there.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraped and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength, and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The Ducks trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball back at the 6 for a 2nd and goal off that loss. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and 1st down.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
And that run produces a decent gain.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking a snap and turns around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes, play blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Oh, here comes the reverse. And he'll get the first-down yards before they finally bring him down.
I'm going to be honest here. I'm completely shocked that they kept it on the ground. I think the defense is, too. I don't think they were prepared for it. It's one of those things where it just makes you scratch your head, and it somehow works out.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. 1st and goal, handoff. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Finds room at the 30. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Running through the tackle. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so Really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The Ducks have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Hit just as he throws the ball, and it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Ducks will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run or the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Here's the point after attempt. And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there, and I know the Sooner fans are proud of that one.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there. High completion, good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They'll run it from the gun. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Defense is coming after him. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. Fourth down conversion gives him a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. They get to the line quickly. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. I tried to use the stiff arm there, but the defense corrals him quickly. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Boy, how about the defense here? Sitting back in cover two, taking away anything deep downfield. It puts pressure on the underneath coverage. The linebackers have to have some awareness. This linebacker did a nice job of being able to step up and make that interception.
Looking for a deep completion. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. How aggressive will this offense be? They can get into field goal range easily, but maybe they'll take a shot at the end zone. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
The pocket breaking down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back in cover three, the center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
No press here. The defense backing away. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Oh, that one's picked off. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Checks this down to the running back. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle made with a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down. Makes me harken back to guys like Sam Bradford and Jason White, their Heisman campaigns and the accuracy that they threw the football with. Great example of that right here by this OU quarterback.
They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Gets some space around the 30. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
They've converted both previous fourth down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? The defense showing blitz here. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. Tell you what, They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big time.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Amos. Coverage team brings down the returner. Powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. And they'll kick it away here. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the return man runs out of bounds. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down. Comes up short.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. There's the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds after another big scramble. This guy's legs has been a major weapon for the offense today.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Handoff in a single back formation. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
And the quarterback keeps it here. He'll pitch it. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
We'll try to run it with the option. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Man, the defense comes up with a big play here, backed up close to their own goal line. But as an offensive coordinator, you're inside that 3-yard line at 2nd and goal. If you're going to throw the ball, man, the ball has got to get out of that quarterback's hands quickly and not give the defense a chance to get after him and bring him down for a sack.
They're going to throw on 3rd and goal. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Inside the 15-yard line, bringing him out. Gets to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And here comes a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down? The defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. missed it. The lead remains 10 after that miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. From the shotgun. Drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw testing the middle. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Completion makes it second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now, with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Looking to pass here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he's into the end zone easily. But this might be coming back. There's a flag on the field. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Receivers are bunched together. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, I'd love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball and just throw it away. You can't throw it into double coverage.
Took contact on the throw. Caught over the middle. It's Keller. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory down to the 49. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, drops back. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining. The offense now operating in empty. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looking to throw it on first down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Can he take it all the way? Steps out of bounds after a huge gain on the play, but there is a flag down, so we'll have to check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to launch it deep again. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's going to take another shot right here. Intercepted in the end zone, but the officials signaling out of bounds. A huge break for the offense. Of course, in the playoffs, it's